Right, buddy, Manchester United face Brighton today. These are going to be the 5 things to expect ahead of the game. We'll be talking about some huge injury concerns with 2 key Manchester United players of recent, as well as some other interesting things as well. What Amorim said ahead of the game, Bruno Fernandes, 300 appearances and more. So let's get into it now. Listen, number one, the team now. The team that started against Liverpool, I do expect it to be rotations. Now, Lamont will obviously keep his place in goal, but Harry Maguire is a potential doubt for this game with Ruben Amorim saying Harry Maguire currently has a knock, and there is a chance that you don't play this game. So he could be out of this game. So I'm going to go Yoro on the left, De Ligt in the middle, and Mazraoui on the right. I'd actually drop Shaw to the bench. Yes, he had a good game against Liverpool, but I think Mazraoui in a game like this, his ability on the ball is going to be something that's needed most. So yeah, that's what I'd go for. Wing backs, Dorgu and Ahmad. I think they've been our strongest wing backs. I think Dorgu did look a bit shaky against Liverpool, but I think in a game like this at home, I think it'd be a perfect game for him to start. And you got Ahmad on the right. I just don't see a reason why you drop Ahmad. He had a very good game against Liverpool. Into midfield, Casemiro and Bruno. Now again, Casemiro played 60 minutes against Liverpool. Obviously came off because he was on a yellow, played 2 games for Brazil during the international break. It'd be interesting to see whether he starts this game, but I think he will. I think that's ultimately going to be the set midfield for the next few weeks. So yeah, I'd keep him in there. Casemiro, Bruno, with Cunha and Burmo as the 10s and Sesko through the middle. With Mason Mount also being a doubt, I think he's going to go with Sesko and Burmo, Cunha as the front 3. And Burmo's looked the one really who's been has the most goal threat. And I think his relationship with Ahmad, they've had some good games together so far, so hopefully they can build on that. Cunha as well, he still hasn't really developed a relationship with one of the wing backs yet. I mean, it has changed quite a bit. Dalot and Dorgu's been there. He hasn't been playing in that left number 10 at times as well. But that's the front 3 I'll go to. I think Sesko's a very good point of reference in terms of hitting the ball long to him as well, like we did against Liverpool. But I think we will play a bit different. Let's talk about Manchester United's threat. I think looking at Manchester United and how we're going to play in this game, Brighton are a team who they can press a lot and they've got good runners in midfield. They've got physical and dominant attackers. And I think looking at Manchester United, that at one point has been our weakness. When teams run at us, I think we sat off against Liverpool. I think being at home, you've got to take the game to Brighton. I think with all due respect, they're a top side. But I think Manchester United ultimately have the ability to do something really good in this game. So yeah, I'm going to go for them as the sort of as that. And then number 3, Brighton, they're a top side, very, very good team, plays a very good football under under Fabian Hertz. So they've got good players, good team, good manager, and ultimately they do play some very, very good football. I do like Belieber, I do like Rutter midfield, obviously got experience of Welbeck, some good defenders as well, so they do play some good football. They have lost 2 on the way from home, but yeah, I still think they're a top side. They can cause problems to any team. They've had some good results so far. They're like Minte, they've got pace, they've got power. And yeah, I think they're definitely not an easy side to play. And no team in the Premier League is an easy side. But yeah, I think they're a top side. They play some good football under Hurzler. And Amorim said he respects them a lot, which you have to do. And I think they're only 1 point behind United. But one thing that Manchester United must do, which I'll talk about next, which is the 4th thing, we have to keep up the momentum. Amorim talked about how, listen, the Liverpool game's done now. It was a one-off game. We have to move on now to the next game. And the next game is Brighton. And we have to look at winning this game. I think you look at how Brighton have played in recent against United. They've had some very, very good results. Good performances, especially at Old Trafford as well. I think back-to-back times they beat us 3-1. And before that, it was 2-1. So they are a typical bogey team for Manchester United, but I think with the way that we've been playing, with the players that we have, I think we can certainly go out and get the job done. I think it's a big game for Ruben Amorim. Like, if you want to see that we're making change, you go and win a game like this. And I think with Brighton, again, they have threats, but United at home have been alright this season. They've looked sharp, we've looked composed. We've had some good performances at home as well. The Burnley one was probably the standout, as well as the one against Sunderland. And I think we really used the fans. I think, again, Amorim has said, obviously, it's Bruno Fernandes' potential 300th appearance in only 6 years, which is very good. And yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting game. You want to win the game for the momentum. We have some good wins. if we can, and let's see if we can keep it up. I think Ruben Amorim talked about how he don't really care about what Arne Slot said. He don't care about the Liverpool game. It's all about focusing on the next game. Yes, we can be excited, but don't get too carried away. Now, the fifth and final thing, let's talk about the result. Manchester United, 3 wins out of our last 4. A very good win away at Anfield. A very good performance. Do I think United will concede? Probably. But again, with Le Mans in goal, you never know. He's looked like a top keeper in the games that we've had. He made some good saves against Liverpool. I'm gonna go for a tight 2-1 Manchester United win. I back the boys to get the win. I think it's going to be a very tricky game with a good atmosphere though. And I think Brighton come to Old Trafford with a point to prove. They won their last game against Newcastle very, very well with a great goals from Welbeck. They've obviously beaten Chelsea as well. So yeah, they're a good team. They can definitely score goals as well. But let me know your thoughts. Listen, there are a few injury doubts ahead of this game. But you want to see us keep this momentum going. Can we get another positive result under Ruben Amorim and potentially get 3 wins in a row for the first time? It would be absolutely fantastic. Back-to-back home wins as well from the last time we played at home against Sunderland. So you want to get that as well. But let me know your thoughts. I'll be here after the game with the match reaction. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new. And this has been the 5 things to expect from Manchester United away trip to Brighton. Thanks for watching.